Hi guys, it's Matt here at m-vapes. We finally got our delivery from icloudcig for the Moradin RTAs. So we're just going to give you a quick sort of preview of what they look like. I'll get this video up and I'll get them listed either later on today or early tomorrow. We've got two sizes in stock, and one is 3mm capacity and one is 5mm capacity. They mark it on there. Probably can't see that on camera, so let's go ahead and have a little look. Quite nicely packaged. On the back there it says first pure ceramic chamber RTA exclusively juice flow control system designed by icloudcig. Nice strong case. Little security tag on the bottom. And there we have 3mm and 5mm. I will just state that you have yet another piece of tricky foam to get out, some instructions, and usual bag of O-rings, spare screws, a screwdriver, a couple of pre-made coils. I'm not sure what they are, but sure we'll find out in good time. Okay, so let's get some focus on these for you. Talk amongst yourselves. That's looking pretty good, isn't it? There we go. Right, so the Moradin. There we go, 3mm, 5mm. Let's see. I haven't got my verniers to hand. Oh yes, I have. Here we go. Let's just do some quick measurements for you. And the 5mm comes out at 46mm, and the 3mm comes out at 38mm. So sort of 8mm difference in height between the two. So we'll have a look at some of the features. First thing is it's got its own built-in drip tip, so you can't swap out the drip tip for your own drip tip. But that is because the drip tip is part of the top fill. So you unscrew the drip tip, and you've got two whacking great holes there, so you can fill up. Now they are huge, so you could practically pour it straight out the bottle into that. I don't think you're going to have any problems, even with little pipettes or something. You're not going to have any trouble filling that thing up. They are huge. Quite a large sort of chimney hole inside, and the underside of the drip tip, obviously you can see it's got a threaded insert, and on the thread this side there's an O-ring, so when you screw it on that seals down nice and tight. Now this is a 22mm diameter atomizer, but it has this airflow control ring here which does measure slightly more. I will just double check those measurements. There we go, 22 on that, and if I put it across the widest point, yeah, 23 on the airflow. And obviously the knurled section below is 22mm, so it's just the airflow ring that is 23mm. Okay, underneath, copper, solid copper, 510. I don't think it's adjustable, because I think when you undo it, it unscrews from the positive post, like on a sort of standard velocity deck. But that's that. And you've got this nice knurled section for undoing, but I'll come to that in a moment. Now this is your airflow, nice sort of cut out so you can grip it and twist to adjust your airflow. So you can close it right off, or you can open it up like so, and that's the same slots each side. Now here's where it gets a bit funky, and this is really sort of different to pretty much every other atomizer I've seen with juice flow control, where normally you turn something at the top and winds the chimney up and down. This has its own unique design. This airflow ring, if you want to close off your juice flow, you just slide this, he says, you just slide this up. I'm trying to do it and keep it on camera. There we go. So that's juice flow closed off, that's juice flow open. Now you will have probably spotted that when it's juice flow closed, we've closed off the airflow. This puzzled me a little bit, but if you think about it, the two generally go hand in hand. If you're doing direct lung inhales, you tend to have quite a low ohm build, and you tend to want lots of airflow, and equally you tend to want lots of juice flow to keep up with the heat that's being generated by super low ohm coils. When you do a mouth to lung inhale, you tend to need a lot less airflow and a lot less juice flow, so the two sort of go hand in hand. So you would close off, you would almost close off this juice flow by pushing it almost up, but there's a tiny little slot there, and even when it's fully closed, I have tested this. I've got one on the go at the moment somewhere. It's in my pocket. I've built one up at the moment, and I wanted to see what it was like with the mouth to lung sort of setup, because that's my preferred everyday vape. And I have this one set up. I've got the airflow, it's moved a bit, I've got that so that it's almost closed, and the airflow, although I haven't turned it left and right, so technically it's fully open, but it's almost closed because I've closed off the juice flow, and that is not tight at all. It's quite nice for this sort of setup. Might help if I turn my mod on. There we go, 1,000,000 clicks. Yeah, this is 0.84 ohms. I've got this at 25 watts. That's not restrictive at all. If I close the juice flow right down, so literally there's no airflow open either, you can still take a mouth to lung inhale on it. Not a problem. Some people like it really, really tight, which is good because you can do that. And because juice flow controls are never sealed with an O-ring, even when they're shut, they still allow juice flow through. So that seems to, I think they've quite cleverly sort of matched airflow with juice flow. I think it takes some tweaking to find your preferred juice and airflow for your own personal coil build, but once you do, I think you get quite a satisfying vape out of it. I will be doing another video showing how to do a build on it, and I'll probably do like I did with the Conqueror. I will do a silly sort of sub-ohm build and have the airflow and juice flow right open. If you have the airflow right open on this setup that I've got, it is very, very hairy. But yeah, so you can fiddle around with that. I'll go back to one of these ones and I'll show you the deck. So you just unscrew this top section and that comes off as one. Now inside there is a ceramic sort of chimney section, and on the deck you also have a ceramic section. icloudcig sort of following on from there, Black Widow RTA, which had a ceramic deck. It sort of helps improve flavour, so you don't get any sort of tainting from stainless steel. Not that you do anyway, but you can a little bit, depending on the grade of it. But with ceramic, it gives a nice clean taste to your juice. You know, it doesn't affect it in any way. You're not getting any sort of tainting from the stainless. So that's why they use ceramic. It is sort of a two-post design, velocity style, whatever you want to call it. And they are massive holes in there. I think they're about 3mm. 2 crosshead screws. And the idea with this deck is this hole here and this hole here is where your airflow comes through from there, goes sort of in and then up. So if your coils lay across like so, it comes up directly underneath the coils. Either side of those airflows, there's little channels here, 1, 2, 3, 4, in those ceramic sections there. So that's where you stuff your wick down. So you've got your coil across, you stuff your wick down either side, and you can see there's big old juice slots here. That's where your wick sort of ends up sitting in there. So you see where I put the screwdriver. So when you push up the ring, you see you close off the juice flow. You bring it down, it opens. So that is the Moradin. I look forward to having to play around with this a bit more actually, because it is quite different from a lot of other things. Build quality, like the the Black Widow. I'm all over the place today. Can't fault it. You know, it's nicely made. There's no rough edges. I haven't come across any burrs or anything like that. Threading's nice and smooth. Like with most new atomizers, things are probably a little bit stiff to start with, but they do free up. Yeah, it's probably just my fat hands. But yeah, not a bad little RTA. Like I say, that's the 3mm, and that's the 5mm. There we go. And I'll do a bit more of an in-depth video with a build on in the next couple of days. Try and get that done over the weekend, and I'll try and get these listed either tonight or tomorrow. So keep an eye out for them on m-vapes.co.uk, and I'll be back for more videos soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.